What's up? What's up, YouTube? Daniel checking back in with another hot topic. Hot video topic. Hot video topic I want to talk about today. I'm just going to keep my videos light and loose. Before I was going to make them all special topics and stuff, but I don't enjoy it. I want to talk about topics that interest me, the topics that people are talking about that are kind of controversial, that I think other people might be interested in, and keep my channel interesting and not boring with the same old stuff a lot of people are posting about, with the same kind of content and the same ideas. So I get inspired by different kinds of topics, and at certain times too, like certain things will come across my mind that I want to talk about. And so I want to do this on the fly. I want to talk about topics on the fly that are interesting and something people can talk about, like different kinds of things like philosophy and politics and stuff that we are experiencing now that are important issues, I think, that people need to hear about. So I'm going to try to keep my channel more like that, loosely based on topics that people are talking about in modern day society, modern day problems with the system and stuff like that. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the idea that we don't have free will. I was watching the video where this, I think he's a scientist or college professor. I think his name is Robert Sapolsky or something like that. But he goes over the concept that we don't have free will, that a lot of things are out of our control. Our lives are not what we make them. We can't change a lot of things, and that we're destined to live a certain kind of life. And this question has been bothering me lately because I'm like 44 years old. I'm an older man and I don't have a lot, and I kind of always like have an existential question or crisis about life and wonder what happened and what went wrong, and kind of question a lot of things because my life didn't turn out that good. A lot of it was my fault, but there are a lot of outlying factors that came into play that, that caused me a bunch of extra problems that a lot of people don't have to deal with. A lot of people that get, a good start in life, that have both parents growing up, that have, that have money that can give them a good start and a good leg up on life, and then they have, their genes. There's a lot of, how would you say? There's a lot of outlying factors or variables that come into play with everybody's life, and people like to say that you can do anything, you can be anything, but I don't think it's true, because the idea of not having free will is, I think it's true to a major extent, really, not to a little extent, not to a small extent, to a big extent, to a major. There's a major factor in it, and I think he's got a good point, because a lot of people come into the world with less talent, less IQ, less genealogical factors or good genes that make you stronger or faster, or less attractive, less, it could be lacking in a lot of areas, and physically and mentally, or you could be lacking social, how do they call it? You could be lacking social skills or status, because your parents could get you into certain places and help you get further ahead. So I've been thinking about this, like it's really important factor. It's a thing that I've come to like accept in my life. Like it wasn't totally my fault. Everything that happened wasn't exactly my fault. It was the idea of no free will. I've helps me feel better actually, because I didn't have a lot of things growing up, and I didn't have a lot of mentors or people pointing the way, and I had a lot of bad influence around me. And then I think I had my own problems. So the idea of no free will has probably played an important role in everybody's life. So I'm realizing how important it is, and how much it affects people. Tumbling. He says that certain people, are just destined for greatness, and certain people aren't. With the idea of no free will, you can't control a lot of those factors that make people successful versus compared to other people. You don't control a lot of those things. We don't control the jobs we get. We're lucky, to get certain jobs, and if they fit us right, we're lucky to get a lot of things in life. It's like luck of the draw. A lot of things are just luck of the draw. It's no free will in luck. So you might have some control to an extent, like a little control, but overall, you don't have a lot of free will. Your genes, all the way down to the smallest cell in your body, control you. Your hormones, influence you. Your mind influence you to a certain extent, but you only have so much willpower too. So they say you can't will yourself to do a lot of things. It comes down to discipline. You only have so much willpower. People break after a certain amount of time. Marines, they can push past extreme conditions and will themselves to do great things and accomplish a lot more just with discipline and willpower. But it doesn't seem like it's natural. It's just a forced extreme or a forced way to be. But it's not a natural way to live, and it's not a natural gift or a natural ability. So it's interesting. It's a hard concept to embrace or to understand fully. I think I have a hard time understanding it fully, but I kind of agree. We don't have free will. There is no free will. It sounds funny because I never wanted to believe that. I wanted to believe that we have it, that we have free will. It seems like the more I try, the harder it gets too. There's another idea, another philosophy. The harder you try, I think it's the harder you try, the harder it is to get what you want. I think that's how it goes. And then there's another philosophical idea about how when everything falls apart, it actually falls together. Which sounds crazy, but in a way that's kind of true too. If you think about it, all the problems that you had in your life have actually brought you to a place that might be better than other places you could have got to. Granted that you wouldn't like that place, you know, like you wouldn't really be comfortable there. So we don't have free will. We don't have free will. I don't know how true it is, but I feel like it's a real fact of life. Nobody has free will, and we can't change a lot of things. So we need to accept the way we are, probably. All right, this is Daniel checking out. Check back in later.